Hey guys, it's Johnny. Today I will be commentating a run I did recently on my Demon Hunter tank in a Theater of Pain +7 key. This is going to be relatively stream of consciousness as I watch myself, and the idea here is I will see some things to improve in the future. Hopefully this is entertaining. Two of the people in this group, the Hunter and the HPAL, are guildies. I am in Discord with them. The other two DPS are pugs. They are not in our Discord. In retrospect, probably a mistake. Feel like I was maybe undergeared for this run. I'm not sure. 187 item level approximately is what I recall being when we did this. We're just kind of doing keys. Oh, you saw it there for a second, but closed it too fast. So we'll see how I do. Keep in mind, I'm doing the routes kind of from memory. My main certainly almost got it handed to me there. My main is a Resto Druid, and those of you that heal know that you don't really pay attention to much other than casting your spells and staying with the group and not standing in bad. So our hunter was able to trank one of the enrages on the unyielding contenders, which is very good. It would have been nice to have a druid or another hunter to trank the other one, but it is what it is. I feel like this first pull is one of the hardest. Yeah, you can actually trank this or soothe it as well, so the AoE damage stops completely. It's very interesting. I feel like this first couple pulls here, right out of the gate, are some of the hardest hitting in the entire instance. So the fact that I didn't get completely destroyed is a good sign. Probably should have marked one of these with a skull. Um, I was trying to follow the questionably epic dungeon tips kill order of Sethel, Karen, and Desia, but I do realize that a lot of people tend to kill Desia first for the Mortal Strike. So I think if you watch the DPS, everybody's kind of just doing their own thing, and that's fine. So I've been trying to pay attention and keep on top of the dispels. I thought that Absorb Shield could be purged by my Demon Hunter. Turns out it can't. So pro tip, um, Mortal Strike coming through. I was also trying to sit on top of interrupts. I think, yeah, okay, so Spectral Transference, obviously I can dispel. Thanks DBM, and I did that fairly quickly there. At this point, I believe Paladin yelled at me in Discord to switch to Desia. I don't know why we had Sethel almost completely dead, but it is what it is. Fortunately, some of the DPS decided to finish up Sethel, and we were good from there. Focus, I believe, is also something that can be tranked or dispel, soothe, whatever you want to call it, as an enrage. Well, now we're down to the just one. Well, I guess we got Picarin over there. So he's kind of does his own thing. You taunt him, it doesn't really matter. He just picks targets randomly and plague bolts them. So I tried to jump over here and sit on the interrupts since I don't think they were getting consistently interrupted. You can see from my cooldown tracker there that they had 2 kicks that weren't used recently. But yeah, this guy just kind of does whatever it wants, and you kill him and try and kite him out of the stuff on the ground. It's actually really annoying. I don't like range mobs. I feel that's a common sentiment, however. There you go, first boss down, not too bad. Making all right time. Didn't feel super squishy. I feel like perhaps my gear was a little lower than it should have been, but the paladin was able to keep up all right. Like I said, I was in disc with him, so got a fair amount of coordination there. I think going forward, I will try and do a better job of calling for externals, especially when I use mine. You had noticed on the first trash pull, my cheat death procced, so I did not have that available for the boss. That would have been nice to have been able to save, but I don't think I needed it. And here we have everybody's Favorite affix, inspiring, where you cannot CC or interrupt any of the mobs until the inspired one goes down. Can, however, CC and kick the inspiring mob itself. And at some point, we figured out that these guys that jump around are a lot easier to deal with if the group is mostly stacked. I think we figured that out maybe on the next poll or maybe the one after that. The putrid butchers randomly casting a chop are interesting. I'm not sure why everybody is standing in melee range there. I think if they weren't, the chop would have gone on me, which could have been good or bad, I guess, depending on how you look at it. Certainly more healing, but yeah, we didn't figure out what to do about the disgusting refuse here. But yeah, if chop had gone on me, obviously it would have been a little bit more burst damage, but it would have prevented anybody else from eating it. Go, we got those boys down. Yeah, I think it's after this pull up here. I believe actually somebody in the group chat, which you can't see here, but I believe somebody says, "Hey, why don't we all stack up?" or something to that effect. The WoW community. It probably wasn't that polite, but we figured it out. Yeah, I think it's here because you see some of the people are trying to stack and some of us aren't, and I'm frantically running back and forth between each. Paladin with the good dispel there. That's something actually that I really wish my druid was better at. Well, not better at, but had the ability to do was dispel disease because this dungeon for sure has some really nasty diseases, as well as necrotic wake. I believe has a couple diseases that I've been healing on my druid, and I've said, hey man, it'd be really nice if I could remove disease and not just curse and poison, but I know not all the healers get to do all of them, so there are some nasty curses too. Here you go. You got the ranted gas bag with the let's call it a frontal and rear cone, if you will. Um, Good old Blizzard and their love of fart and poop jokes. Yeah, I could have positioned that a little bit better there. That wasn't great. But hey, I'm the only melee, so I guess I really don't care, right? That's something I've noticed is that some of these dungeons definitely are better for range groups versus melee. Not that I wouldn't run with a melee, just it may be a little bit easier. I think that's a common sentiment in the community as far as Shadowlands keys go. Future Butcher's doing his thing. Back out a little bit. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. I know the guys on the bridge are going to gank me here, so I got my sigil ready. There we go. I pull the gas bag at the same time. This is where everyone's like, oh, hey, we should stack up. Yeah, see, the group's kind of collapsing over there. That's helpful. And somebody gets clipped by that, I think. No, I guess not. There was one where one of the range got clipped and they couldn't figure out why. I guess we'll go to the replay here, as they say, and see if we can figure it out. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, he stood right in front of it. It was right there. It was a hunter. He literally stood in front of the mob. I'll have to let him know next time we're on disc together that I went to the replay. I watched the tapes, as it were, and definitely stood in front of the gas bag. Richard's Butcher. I kept losing threat here, and I didn't realize. I guess I didn't see the shaman threw down his earth elemental there. Eventually, I did. I figured it out, but initially I saw the change target warnings go off, and I got a little scared. I was like, oh no, what am I doing wrong? Turns out, nothing. Gore Chop, this is always an interesting fight with the hooks and the ads and trying to not get killed by the ads and the hooks and the Hateful Strike. Did I push my defensive in time for that? Probably not. So Tenderizing Smash, you got to run out. You got to watch for the hooks. I didn't get hit, but as you can see on the party frames there, at least two of the range did. You got the losing leftovers spinning around over there. I did a really bad job picking those up. It is kind of hard to tank them though, because again, they kind of do whatever they want. I think the strategy I eventually figured out is whack one taunt, whack or taunt one, and then jump to the other one, right? I got this. Did I get hit by a hook? No, that was really close though. The hunter got hit though. So yeah, I think the strategy I figured out for the oozing leftovers eventually was taunt one as soon as it comes out, or hit it, or whatever, and then jump, leap to the other one, or use glaive throw to get them on me. And that's really only going to help you if your DPS knows to wait to start blowing them up. Yeah, and regardless, you can see they jump all over the place. It doesn't really matter. I had no defensive for that hateful strike. I almost got killed. That was not good. Got the oozing leftovers, kind of doing their thing again. Hateful strike. I did have demon spikes up for that one, so that was good. I'm trying to keep fiery brand on cooldown. Obviously, I use beam or whatever the equivalent vengeance equivalent of I-beam is. There, I've got the talent that puts me into demon form for 8 seconds after using it, so it's very helpful. Pally bubbles there. Well, I guess he doesn't bubble, he bops himself there. I don't blame him. This boss took a lot longer than I expected. Obviously I knew it was Tyrannical week, but still, we got it down. We had one death. The shaman died. He onked. Um, Everybody else, I would say, did a really good job trying to die, standing in the hooks there at certain points out the fight. So riding the meat hooks up. I always thought this elevator was pretty cool, actually. It's really neat to ride the hooks up. I briefly forget which way to go there. You can see that. And we head back to the middle. Yeah, I checked my map. Obviously, I could have just looked at the runes here. The ones that you've completed are lit up. And we do have a Necrolord, which is nice for the bonus from the flag. Here we're talking for a couple seconds. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this pull. Initially, I think I'd suggested that I would leap out aggro's, probably 5 or 6 of them and leap back. The paladin suggested that I just pull this first group. So we did that instead. I know a lot of groups tend to have trouble dealing with these if you're kiting. I know they channel the spirits, and this one's inspired, so I guess it's a good thing we didn't try and grab them all. But they channel the bind soul ability that deals damage and snares people. So you know how it is with beam channels. If you've ever played a shadow priest or played against a shadow priest, certainly, if they get mind flay off, you run out of line of sight. Guess what? Mind flay is still ticking. So it's the same thing with these, the bind souls. I tried to kick. I saw the shaman ran ahead there. So I figured, well, you know what? We were going to try and fight in the middle, but what's the point? We'll pull them all back here. I think I missed 2, it looks like, out there. We're not in the pull. Tried to line of sight. Worked out okay-ish. The shaman was casting chain lightning. That's fine. He saw what I was doing. He was picking up what I was putting down. He ran around the corner when he saw what I was doing, and didn't get ganked by the bind soul. So that was good. Down here, the portal guardian. These guys are fun. On my druid, it's very nice to be able to dispel the curse. That guy got blown up. Holy crap. Man, we owned that dude. Here we went left. I don't actually think it matters. I'm not really sure. I got to review the route. We were actually talking about that. I think somebody in party chat said we went the wrong way. I don't know. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm not supposed to go that way. I don't know what the difference is. I know both ways there's the same amount of platforms. Maybe the trash is easier. I think I started going right like the first time I ran this dungeon on normal, during launch day. And I don't think I've gone right since. I don't know why. I don't think that was a conscious decision. I think maybe I saw other people going left. And I figured, hey man, if they're going left, I should go left. They probably know something I don't. Bone Magus interrupting the Bone Spear is a really big deal on this. It wrecks your party. We blew him up. Wow. So yeah, you don't have to kick if you don't have to remember to kick if the mob's dead, right? At some point, I realized the Soulbinder was taking pot shots at the hunter. And we just kind of burn down the Portal Guardian. Wow, these guys are dying fast. This group was pumping. I think this group's, and we go left again here, yeah. I think this group's damage actually probably helped me with my relatively undergeared state. As a wise man once said, DPS is your margin for error. The more damage you can do, the more mistakes you can make, because it doesn't matter, because the mobs are dying. So here on the Dark Speakers, or as people like to call them, the Yeet mobs, obviously, wow, that guy almost got yeeted. Um, yeah, obviously the Death Winds go in a straight line. If you get a hit that yeets you off the platform, it kills you. And Dispel, Curse of Desolation again. Paladins can't dispel curses. And here, the paladin realized halfway through the flight path, or whatever you want to call it, the teleport sequence, that he had clicked on the portal before me and was about to make a bunch of really nasty friends. But it ended up being okay. Bone Magus, same thing, got to interrupt him. It does help to interrupt the Spirit Frost on the Dark Speaker as well if you can, but I think the higher priority is the Bone Magus, which you will see gets off a couple, I think one free cast there. Then we got Soul Winds or Death Winds that almost went off at the end, but it didn't. I had to check my map real quick here because I almost actually went on the wrong portal and went backward. Very exciting, I'm sure. Really don't know what that is for. I have no idea. I click it every time. I don't know what that orb does. Obviously, there's no gateway here. I don't know. You know what it does, or if it actually does something, please let me know in the comments. It would be great to know. All right, Kultha Rock. So I've never had to do Phantasmal Parasite, obviously, I've had to deal with on my Druid. Two go out, you can only dispel one, you got to heal through the other one. It's a problem for a lot of healers. Um, the Soul, yeah, here we go, Draw Soul. Couldn't remember what it was called. The Soul ability, the Draw Soul with the gripping skeleton hands on the ground. I've never actually had to deal with this. You know, being a R-Druid or a tank here, you don't get targeted. My understanding, though, is that your DPS has to deal with standing in the skeletal hands to avoid getting killed or something. They got to catch their soul. I'm actually not sure. So this fight's, I mean, other than that, though, this fight isn't really too bad on the tank. I mean, you can see from my health, I'm not getting completely wrecked like I was on the other boss fights. Kind of doing my own thing. The healer's doing his own thing. DPS is taking some damage. I assume it's from Draw Soul. I feel like yeah, you take heavy damage. Reading the questionably epic dungeon tips there. Good job, Johnny. Read your own tips. Yeah, so they're just taking damage from that. Outside of the Draw Soul, I don't, and the Parasite, I don't think there's a ton of damage. The Hunter died there because he get healed. That's easy to say, right? Oh, he didn't get healed. He died. His health reached 0. It's the healer's fault. I think what happened was that he had the Phantasmal Parasite on him, and the healer chose to dispel someone else. Which certainly happens. Happens to me on my R Druid all the time. It's understandable. You make a choice, someone dies. But yeah, the rest of this fight, we kind of just blow stuff up. We do another Draw Soul. Wow, I got really low there. What the heck happened? Hmm. Well, I didn't trigger my cheat death, so that's what matters. Here we go. Both the rock down. 2 bosses to go. The hunter released when he realized he would actually be ahead of the group. I think we stopped to let the H-Pal drink for a little bit here. Contrary to popular belief, paladins actually do use mana. It's kind of a tongue-in-cheek joke, but going on to Zav the Unfallen now. I like this wing. I don't know why. Maybe because it's got a bunch of mini bosses instead of a bunch of really annoying trash that jumps around everywhere. That's probably got something to do with it. The ossified conscript, again, inspiring. I really wish the group had done a better job of focusing down the inspiring mobs first. But then again, the shambling arbalist just randomly targets people with jagged coral and puts a bleed on them. There's not much you can do about it. So I guess it wouldn't really have mattered if we had done a better job burning down the inspiring mob. Nekthara, really not much to pay attention to here other than don't stand in the whirlwind, and the group don't stand in the spinny weapon. I think that's pretty straightforward. Interrupting roar doesn't really impact me as a tank, though I think if I had popped Fell Devastation earlier there during Interrupting Roar, it probably would have Chaos Locked me. So, something to look out for. I don't think I actually do it, so we're not going to be able to see, but certainly that would be a bad time. Got a couple Whirling Blades going. I don't think anybody had cooldowns left for this fight. Not like it's that hard. Got the Necrolord banner. It's always good. I don't know why I opened the map there. There's only one way to go. Come on, Johnny. Urugia the Bloodthirsty. The only thing that's really tricky here is she puts the red circle around you, ricocheting blade, and you have to move out. And then the battle trance, obviously, but you can see right here in the back toward the top of the screen, there's a patrol that comes up. Sometimes people will get really excited about running the red circle away on ricocheting blade and will actually get too close and body pull those mobs. So that's why I pulled her over here, so that nobody would do anything stupid. And it looks like the monk and I actually kicked at the same time. I guess I did have melee in this group. I didn't even realize that there was a monk. There you go, folks. You heard it here first. Your tank doesn't actually pay attention to you. Your tank does not know what is in the group other than the healer. The shaman actually got wrecked on this fight. I'm not exactly sure. He must have pulled threat off of me. Hunter died. Damn, this was a really bad pull. I'm going to assume it was my fault. It was the arbalist. Maybe they just got dotted. I'm going to assume it's my fault, right? When party members randomly die, it's probably the tank's fault. So that's something I can work on for sure, is paying more attention to snap aggro. Yeah, I think I actually taunt this guy at one point. It doesn't do anything, which is frustrating, but there we go. Hunter's running back just in time, came back. Now we go up here. Got wreck. Um, kind of similar to the other one. Does a whirlwind. Doesn't do a blade thing. Doesn't do ricocheting blades, but does the haste buff to itself there. Attacks faster. Unbalancing blow. This is actually a big deal. I forgot about that. Reduces your chance to dodge and parry by 100%. Probably does something else too. So it's a good thing to save a defensive 4. Yeah, unbalancing blow. There we go. But we kill this guy fairly easy. This girl fairly easy. Boom. Down. Again, I opened the map. I don't know why. I could have just looked at the mini map. All right, and here we go. Everyone's favorite boss, Zav the Unfallen. Throws your DPS into the pit, makes him fight. I believe. Oh, nice clutch. Tyrion file there. I believe at this point all DPS know to just let whoever the highest DPS is win. Don't try and actually fight it out. We got to kill the oppressive banners. I think we did a pretty good job with this. Not this one. This one was actually really, really bad. We almost got smashed. Yeah, the paladin actually got hit by that, and the monk died. Wow, the monk died really early in this fight. Anyway, so 2 DPS get thrown in. Shaman and the hunter. I stay up here with the paladin. We got brutal combo. At this point, I think I start being extremely concerned about our ability to kill the banner, but then I realized that the hunter just kind of stood there, let the shaman kill him. That's great. So they get back up here and they help us with the banner. We definitely would not have been able to kill that by ourselves. Mass cleave. At some point, I realized that it's pretty much always the same combination of abilities. I'm sure that's not breaking news for anyone. Another banner, brutal combo. Brutal combo is kind of a pain. It does a lot of damage. Kind of like a channeled ability too. Item Maldraxxus. Yeah, so we get the massive cleave, obviously. Right, we get the crushing slam, and then I know the third one is going to be the crash, right? The giant circle. So I should probably start moving out of that a little sooner. I think I was trying to keep some DPS in. You know how it is. Actually, my DPS is pretty high on this one boss, 1.7. Say high, but keep my item level in mind. Oh, there we go. Fell Devastation. Good job, Johnny. Really bringing it all out. Why don't you spend those soul shards? There you go. Spirit Bomb. Perfect. Once again, the guys in the arena don't screw around. So massive crash or massive cleave. Get crushing slam. The next one's obviously going to be. Oh, Hallie almost got hit by that. The next one's obviously going to be big circle. So I think one of the things I can improve on from watching this. Do we kill this banner or do we just decide to kill the boss? I think we just. No, we do kill the banner. Okay. I think one of the things I can improve on that I've been learning from watching this is my sigil use. Um, I do a fairly good job. Well, I say that, but then Sigil of Flame is on cooldown for not used. It's up and I don't use it. Okay, I do use it there. So anyway, Sigil use, right? I think I could be better at that, especially because I have the legendary that reduces the cooldown on my Sigil by 8 seconds every time I use Soul Cleave. At some point I realized the boss is almost dead. Stop killing the banner. Good job, Johnny. Kill that guy. Once again, I didn't proc my cheat death, so that's good. Going to the last boss. I know Blizzard's nerfed this last boss. It was extremely hard. Yeah, at this point, I think we look and we're like, well, where is the shaman going? I don't know. Maybe there was a flag back there for Maldraxxus to get the buff. I don't really know what is going on there. So anyway, last boss. This has been nerfed. We got plenty of time, so it doesn't really matter. The shaman's messing around down there. Whatever, man. He's doing what he's doing. I don't care. Take some time to repair here. I think the hunter said he almost had a broken weapon. Hunter's gonna hunt. You know what I mean? So this boss is still a lot of fun. I actually like this boss. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of stuff to avoid. It's not just a tank and spank. And this certainly, like I've said, used to be a lot harder. It got nerfed. Charging bull, I guess that bull is the charging bull things. Don't charge as fast anymore. And I think the cast time to wind up Dark Devastation is longer. Yeah, the beam here. Shaman almost got hit by that. I thought he was going to run into it for a second there, but Grasping Rift. You got to spread out too. Reaping Scythe. This is a pretty bad overlap, actually. Yeah, that was a huge amount of damage I just took there. I remember seeing this overlap, and actually the group did a really good job stacking here. I really, really appreciate that. Anytime you can help out your tank by stacking mobs up that are going to spawn or whatever, it's helpful. Another beam here, nobody gets hit. I don't think anybody gets hit by the beam this entire fight. Yeah, I got to kind of move away from these guys with their whirlwind. We just kind of go here. Got a beam overlapping. This was a bad overlap for sure. I actually almost got hit twice there. Yikes. Got Manifest Death, Creeping Scythe coming. Oh wow, yeah, we got the cleave ads and portal at the same time. That's bad. Yeah, actually, I remember thinking we were gonna die here. Boss with 24%. I tried to kick as much as I could here. No, nobody got hit by that one. Kill myself a little bit with Fell Devastation. Cooldown usage is something I definitely need to get better at. I noticed I have not used meta once this entire dungeon. I don't know why. I know obviously meta kicks ass. Everybody loves meta. Why don't you push the button, John? I don't know. Got to work on that. Oh yeah, two people, yikes, get hit by two bulls there. That was a big problem. I thought we were gonna wipe here. RS. Yeah, two of our pumpers are down. Two of our pumpers are down. I was like, this is it. But then we got through it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I was very excited. +2 to a 7. That's really good. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to do more of these. I'll probably do some from my druid's perspective as well. And of course, I don't actually get any loot here. I get 35 anima power and a um, thing I'm never going to use. Can't think of what they're called right now. Whatever. So thanks for hanging out. I will definitely be doing more of these. Let me know in the comments if you like this. If you did, you know the drill. Like all that good stuff. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. I will talk to you all later.